So you want to make consistent 10K months so that you can transition into coaching full time. And you're showing up, you're doing the things, you're making the content. But whenever you make content, you then, like right after doing it, you're like looking at the content and you're like, okay, I don't like the way I look. Ooh, I don't like the way I sound. Oh, why is the camera angled that way? Like my face looks weird. Or I should have worn a different top. Or it's a lot of I. No judgment. I used to be there too, right there. And this held me back for so long. And what you have to understand, especially as Christians, as believers in business, we sometimes get it confused. We get like, the spirit of excellence confused with perfectionism. And that perfectionism is really rooted in pride. And so in this episode of the Daily Dose, I'm going to be breaking down for you how I stopped letting pride keep me from showing up in my business. All right. I want to jump right into this. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Janel Ranée, and I am your faithologist. I help you to transition into coaching full time without chasing clients, without self-sabotaging, or without sacrificing time with your family. And the Daily Dose is daily episodes of divine overflow of spirit-led empowerment. And on these episodes, I help to empower, equip you, and encourage you on your walk of entrepreneurship, right? On your journey of entrepreneurship. And so I want to jump right in because just recently I was on a call just last week. I was on a call with a client and she was saying the same thing, the same exact thing. She was just like, yeah, she created the content. She's on TikTok. She created the content. And then she was like, well, my lighting was off and the way my phone was angled, it was lower. And so the angle on my face, it made my face look really weird. And it was a lot of just like, I. And I really, in that moment, had to lovingly check her a little. And I was just like, listen, it's not about, I'm hearing a lot of I. Like, what about the woman who's crying herself in her car right now, or just cried herself to sleep last night because she doesn't have the solution to her problem? And you have that solution. You have your offer, and you're not showing up to market the offer because you're worried about the way your face looks. You're worried about the way your voice sounds. And so I was able to check her because I've been there and I've done that. And by the grace of God, I've been able to have that revelation now where it's like, you know what? I'm going to show up regardless. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be always polished. Like, yes, you want to operate with a spirit of excellence, of course. But excellence is really using what's in your hands, using what you have to the best of your ability. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. The only person that was ever perfect was God. And so if you are operating from this place of, oh, it has to be just right, it has to be perfect, not only is that a nervous system dysregulation, like a nervous system response, it's really just rooted in a level of pride where pride is really just self-centeredness. Like, pride doesn't always have to be super boastful, but it's often disguised where it's like even so, pride is also not just boastful, but it's also like when you criticize yourself too much, or when you have a low self of esteem, like you have low confidence. That's pride, because it's like you're not really equipping yourself with the mind of Christ. You're so self-centered that you're like, oh, I can't do this, or it's a lot of I don't have what it takes, or I'm not enough. Like, that is also rooted in pride because you're relying on yourself. It's just a lot of self. And you have to understand, especially, I'm speaking to the believers in business. Like, we are called by God. We are equipped by God. We are chosen by God. We have the Holy Spirit within us. And so it's never about I. It's about God working in and through you to allow his perfect plan and purpose to be done, his will to be done on earth as it is in heaven. Through you, you're just the conduit. That's it. You're just the conduit. You're just the vessel. And so whenever you're focused too much on yourself, you're literally destroying the kingdom of God because you're not advancing it. And if you're not advancing it, you're doing the opposite. All right. And so I can go on and on and on, but really I was checked by this, not only by the Holy Spirit, but like just in my own inner work journey, and really just reflecting on how I was showing up and realizing like, whoa, like I can no longer allow pride to stall my business or to hinder my business because I'm not willing to show up to reach the women that I'm called to reach. This can show up in so many ways. I remember before, like I would host workshops and I used to feel this level of shame if no one signed up for my workshop, or maybe 2 people signed up. And I used to feel shameful about that. And I'm just like, whoa, like how prideful. 2 beautiful souls said yes to your workshop. And no, it wasn't 20. No, it wasn't 200. No, it wasn't 2,000. But it was 2 people that you impacted enough. How dare you say, oh, that's not enough? What? And so I had to do this work to check myself. And so now I'm able to come up here and show you and check you. And just as I had to check my client last week, because I'm like, it's not about you. And so I can't wait to dive into what I have. But before we get started, I wanted to ask, where is pride hindering your business growth? In what area of your business are you allowing pride to hinder your growth? And I just want you to really take that into account. And, in your time today, in your journal, just sit and really reflect on this question and really think, like, where is it that this pride is coming in? Really take some thought on that. All right. And so for you to really grow your business and to get the focus off of yourself, you just really have to just shift. You just have to shift your focus off of yourself and onto your calling as a coach. God has called you to coach, and it's really important for you to not focus so much on how you look, on your appearance, on your aesthetic, or any of that, but really focus on the people he's called you to serve. That's what your business is about. That's it. It's not about you. Okay. And so the acronym that I have for you today is focus. We're taking the focus off of you and putting it back onto your people. And so the F in focus is fix your eyes on service. Your audience doesn't need your perfection. They need your perspective. They need the answer to their problem solved. Okay. That's what they need. And so they don't care about your camera angle. Is what you're saying going to help them? Is what you're saying going to point to the solution to their problem that they just cried themselves to sleep last night about? Like, that is where you need to be fixing your eyes. And so inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator, we shift your focus back to the clients you're called to help by crafting a signature framework and putting it within a premium offer that anchors your authority so you show up as the answer to their prayers. They have just been praying about you last night. They've been praying for your solution. And so how selfish is it of you to be focused so much on yourself that the people that you're called to serve, they're scrolling and they don't see your content because you're so worried about your camera angle. You're so worried about the way your voice sounds, right? And so it's so important to take your years of experience, your wisdom, your expertise, create a signature framework. Put it inside of a premium offer and show up and offer it to your clients because they are praying for your solution. All right. So that's the F. You're going to fix your eyes on serving. Fix your eyes back to your clients and who it is that you're called to serve. Now we're going to jump into the O. The O is obedience over optics. All right. Obedience over optics. God called you to serve, not to obsess over aesthetics. All right. Not to obsess over aesthetics. And so inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator, you're going to learn to master my CPR story selling formula. All right. So your messaging is magnetic. It's heart-led, attracting your best clients. No filters, no scripts, no flawless angles required. All right. And so the beautiful thing that I love Oh, I'm so grateful for just my program, just what I get to do. It's just so amazing. It's so powerful. But my CPR formula is so fire. It literally allows you to be heart-led. I teach my clients to really have a heart-led perspective as opposed to head, right? Just take the focus off of just your head and just how you're looking, how you're perceived, and just bring your focus into your heart. And your heart it's going to magnetize the women you're called to serve when you're speaking from your heart. You're just speaking real, raw, authentic from your heart, a heart to heart, soul connection with the women, men, clients, whoever you're called to serve. Speak from your heart. You only need, it's 95% heart, 95% heart, and only 5% head, only 5% strategy. Okay. I want you to, this is one exercise I have my clients do. Just if they're feeling blocked or they feel like they don't know what to say, which is really a nervous system response, because they do know what to say. You know what to say. I just have them close their eyes, put their hands on their heart, take a few deep breaths, and just sit still and focus in on their client. Just focus in on their heart. Just pay attention to their heart. Get out of their heads, focus in on their heart, and just what their clients need to hear in this moment. That's all you need to focus on. Like, where is your client right now? What is she dealing with? What is she thinking? What is she feeling? What is she doing right now? Focus in on her from a heart level, okay? And this, I'm telling you, when you just do that and you just allow your body to just be still and allow your body to just stop resisting, you're able to now receive download from the Holy Spirit to pour into you with a message that he wants you to deliver to the people that you're called to serve. I'm telling you, this works wonders. You don't need a bunch of strategies. Forget the strategy. Connect with your heart. Connect with your heart. And I'm telling you, it's like, it's just the download will just pour. God will just pour out the divine download. You'll never run out of content creation, ever, ever. I'm telling you this. All right. And so this is what you're going to master inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator. All right. Let me put that up there for you as well. And so that's the O. Okay. Obedience over optics. It doesn't matter how it looks. Focus on who you're called to serve. Now, the C, confidence through clarity. All right. Confidence through clarity. We're focusing. We're shifting the focus. So now, clarity, you have to understand that clarity breeds conviction. When you have clarity, it sparks and breeds conviction. When you are confused, confusion just feeds hesitation. Just like my client last week, she was so hesitant to post because she was so focused on herself. She's like, oh, should I post it? Like, I don't like how I sound. Like, it's all these excuses. But I really had to tell her, like, listen, that's not what it's about. Don't allow your confusion right now to cause this hesitation. Put it out there. And needless to say, she put it out there. And you know what happened? You know what happened? She got someone in her DMs and she got a client. And she literally messaged me after and she was like, Janel, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I was jumping for joy for her because I'm like, yes, that's what it's about. That is what it's about. That is what it's about. She was so happy. And I'm like, that's it. Just put it out there. Just put it out there. And so confidence comes with clarity. And so with a crystal clear framework and premium a premium program crafted from your story and your strategy, you'll sell confidently because you know exactly what you deliver, turning hesitation into conviction. So no more will you be hesitant. You'll now show up with conviction because we're going to take your story, your strategy, your experience, your years of education, your years of your expertise, and we're going to bottle all that up into your program, your signature framework, and your premium program, so that you can sell with a level of confidence. No more are you going to be hesitant, like, oh, I don't know if I should say that, or I don't know if I should say it like that. I don't like how that sounds. No, you have clarity, you have conviction, you have confidence to now show up and sell. All right. No more hesitation. We're showing up with conviction. And so that is the C, confidence through clarity. And that comes when you have a clear framework, a crystal clear framework. So now we're going to jump into the U, how to focus, get the focus off of yourself and back onto your clients that you're called to serve. So the U is unshaken nervous system. Your body has to feel safe for your business to be sustainable. And this is why inside of Business by Belief, I'm just so excited about this program and just the women that I get to serve inside of this program, because not only are you building out your business blueprint, like you're building out your business, you're building out your offer, you're building out your marketing, you're building out the simplified sales funnel. So you're building out all the components you need within a business for you to be able to really scale your business. But this work here is what is so vital, because when you're showing up and you're pushing the limit and you're going to your next level and you're doing the uncomfortable things, your body, if it does not feel safe, it will block you. It will sabotage you. It will stop you in your tracks. And so this is why I teach nervous system regulation. And as a registered nurse turned business coach, I give you tools to regulate your nervous system. All right. And so inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator, you're going to learn nervous system regulation tools taught by myself, a registered nurse. So you feel safe, you feel steady, you feel secure in your visibility, allowing you to hold both clients and income without panic, without self-sabotaging, without posting and then deleting, right? Without overthinking everything, without fight response, without flight response, without fawn response, without freeze response. You'll be able to use the tools. I have a tool right now. It's called the SAFE protocol. And this in real time regulates your nervous system so that you can focus your attention. Focus. The F in the SAFE protocol is focus on your intention and your identity. Who has God called you to be? Your identity is a coach, a leader, an entrepreneur, a business owner, right? Focus on who it is that God has called you to be, and focus on your intention. Your intention is to serve. Your intention is to help others. And so it's really important to have the tools to regulate your nervous system in real time so that you're not self-sabotaging yourself and your business. All right. And so that's the U, unshaken nervous system. And finally, the S in focusing, taking the focus off of yourself and focusing it back on your clients is a simplified system for sales. And so systems create sustainability while hustle creates burnout. And inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator, you build a simplified sales funnel. So aligned clients apply even while you're at your kids' games, you're out shopping, you're cooking, you're resting. Sales are flowing in because you have the system that is actually working for you, right? It's not about your polished aesthetics. It's not about your polished Instagram feed. It's about having a simplified sales funnel that works while you are resting. It's working while you're out shopping. It's working while you're with your kids, being present with your kids. It's working while you're still living your life. This is what we set up inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator. There's no more throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping that something sticks. It's no more posting and praying that the algorithm favors you, but it's really building out a system, okay, from your offer, your marketing, all the way down to your sales funnel. This is what we accomplish inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator. All right. And so this is how you are able, that's the S. That is how you're able to shift your focus off of yourself and onto your calling as a coach, and to really focus in on the people you're called to serve. All right. And so I want to invite you inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator. I help you to transition into coaching full-time without chasing clients, fighting the algorithm, self-sabotaging, or having to sacrifice time with your family. This is what we build out inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator. And so I'm just going to do a quick recap now. Get the focus off of yourself and onto the people you're called to serve. You got to fix your eyes on service. The O is obedience over optics. It's not about the aesthetics and how everything looks. It's about your obedience. Confidence through certainty for the C. All right. And then the U is unshaken nervous system. And then the S is simplified systems for sales. All right. Simplified systems for sales. And so this is how I help you inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator. This is how I was able to overcome pride in my business. And let me tell you, pride is very sneaky. And so because I understand I have the tools that I teach, the tools that I teach my clients are tools that I use every day. It's never ending. This inner work is never ending. This belief work is never ending. The nervous system work, never ending, because you're always going to be going to the next level in your business. And so I'm able, because I have the tools, I'm able to catch myself when I can see so much faster now, so much faster when I'm self-sabotaging. I can see where I have belief blocks. I can identify it better because I have the tools. And so pride is going to try to sneak in. It's very sneaky and very subtle. And so it's really important to have the tools necessary, know what you're looking out for so that you can spot it and take it captive. And so this is how I've been able to stop letting pride keep me from showing up in my business and sabotaging my business, and how I help my clients to do the same. And so I want to encourage you, apply for the Business by Belief Accelerator. The link will be in the description, and I look forward to seeing your applications come in, and I look forward to serving you. All right. If you're a great fit, if you're one of my best clients, and you'll get that lingo. I teach you that inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator, best versus blah. And so if you're one of my best clients, we're gonna work together, and we're gonna get you into coaching full time. And I'm so excited to come alongside you and help you to build out your business by belief. All right. I love you. I'll see you in the next live. Before I go, I'm going to tell you, just as God told me, put one foot in front of the other, step out on faith, and trust God for the next step. I'll see you in the next live. Bye.